Welcome back to another episode of Island Ball. This is episode 4. We're your hosts, Braden.
This is Teo.
Got a nice little episode for you guys today. Talk about NFL Combine, some of the new news. A lot of players have been getting released. We're going to talk about some of that, and then a lot of NBA topics and that baseball game.
Right, good one for you.
All right.
So, how do you want this
I
to
think
start?
first topic. You want to talk about Russell Wilson? We talk
Yeah,
about.
we can. So
Uh,
he got cut, but we won't really talk about that. He got cut, but we're really going to talk about was his time with the Broncos a failure? And you can answer that first, Braden. I think we know the answer.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100% yes. Especially with the expectations. I mean, they had a much better season than last year. I mean, 2 seasons ago. I mean, 2 seasons ago was a complete disaster. That was horrible with Nathaniel Hackett. He got fired mid-season, right? Or like,
Yeah, your Hackett
I think,
was.
especially because going into it, I remember there was so much hype around them. Everyone was saying, "Oh, they're just a QB away. They're going to be contenders." I mean, they were a QB away. I mean, that's what I thought.
I was never a fan of them because I thought the receivers were lackluster,
I
even
mean, bro,
though,
they don't have bad receiver. Cortland Sutton's like good.
but he's not bad, but he's not a wide receiver one. Do you think he's a wide receiver one?
Nah, but like, yeah, he's not a wide receiver one,
They have a
but
lot of good like
super
twos
real
and threes, I
confident.
feel like.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
Jerry
yeah.
Judy.
But
They're like two threes.
yeah, but I think it's definitely disappointment. I remember people were saying they were gonna win the division, go to the Super Bowl, potentially win it, depending on how Russ played. And that first season was just horrible. Um, Russ definitely did play a lot better this season. I mean, they had that good stretch. They won like 6 in a row. I mean, they beat the Chiefs and like the Bills and some other good teams. But it's just the contract for how he was playing was horrible. He was making a whole bunch of money. Um, yeah, I mean, and he just
Do
wasn't
you
living
think
up to that contract.
do you think he'll get an I think we talked about do you think he'll like get another shot as a starting quarterback, Russell Wilson?
It's tough just because, I mean, I feel like there's not that many. I mean, there's always teams looking for a quarterback, especially, but what teams do you think would really want him? Because I mean, I think I heard the
I
Steelers
think we
weren't
looked at this
interested.
at a podcast ago. Like I'm really looking at every team and like maybe if Atlanta doesn't get Justin Fields, but um
Yeah. Well, because a lot of the teams that like are looking for a quarterback right now they're going to draft one. They're high in the draft, you know?
yeah, they want a young
Commanders,
quarterback.
the Patriots, and then obviously the Bears can they have their decision to make. So, because I saw some people
Do you think
linking to the Steelers, but I don't think the Steelers would be interested. I don't know though, but
yeah, I don't know if I'd love that. Maybe is Kirk Cousins out for the year? Maybe Minnesota, but
he's going to be
even I don't
back,
know
isn't
that
he?
either.
I don't know though. Yeah, but
Um New York. We'll talk about that later, but New York
yeah, we'll
has
talk
some
about New York. But
quarterback issues too.
so what do you think? What you think was a failure? I mean,
Yeah, it was a failure. Because
okay,
also they gave up like was it three first round picks? It might have been two,
they gave up. Yeah, I don't. They gave up a lot, but.
and they didn't really get much out of it.
And then the Broncos are just they're in I mean what they ate
They
up like
have
85 million in dead cap. So like
I think they
they're
have one of the bleakest futures
yeah, I mean
like
it's gonna be
right
tough for
now.
them to turn their thing around, but you
But
never
I mean,
know.
the good thing about the NFL is if they hit once on maybe star and late in the draft, I guess so. But yeah, out of
Yeah.
all the teams, like they don't have any really young pieces either.
Yeah.
Aren't that enjoyable?
Yeah.
But I mean, we can move on to we'll talk about the combine later. We can segue this into the Giants because they have a quarterback issue as well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard the report I saw on Instagram. It might have been Bleacher Report. They said that the Giants are completely out on Daniel Jones.
Oh, there was a report that said that.
Yeah, I don't know how
No,
true it is, but it was Bleacher Report, I'm pretty sure.
I mean if it was Bleacher Report then it's pretty reliable, but I'm surprised because like I heard some things over the course of the season where that the owner really likes Daniel Jones and stuff like that. But especially I mean, yeah, I mean, I would want to move off him, but it's tough because I mean, a
It's
lot
a
of it's just
contract, yeah.
contract wise. Yeah, I mean, they pay him what 40 mil a year. So
Yeah.
I mean, so that's tough. I mean, yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know, that's tough.
And
I
they
would
had
come from
the
him,
one
but I don't know about all the money, the what that does for them. They're paying him a bag right now.
yeah, I don't know what team would take on that contract.
Yeah,
And they don't have like they don't have a top three pick, so it's not even like they can get a Caleb Williams. Maybe trade up, but I
yeah,
don't see the Bears trading that pick.
'cause- yeah. I mean, I feel like they just got to ride it out with them. But if they really don't like him, then I mean, we've seen teams do it a lot. They're just because what they had. I mean, I know Daniel Jones was injured this year, but they were with I forgot his name. You remember his name?
Uh,
Italian.
the Tommy
Tommy
DeVito.
DeVito, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean,
Yeah,
and we've seen other teams just roll out with like backups and like
backups.
this
Yeah,
teams, yeah. I mean, but I don't
it's
know. Were
crazy.
you expecting the Giants to do anything next season, anyways?
The Bucks. I mean, the Giants had the good season. Not this season, but last season. But I
That
think it was
was
kind of an outlier. They had a lot of
kind of
close
their
games.
schedule a little bit,
Yeah, they
but
had a really weak schedule. And just even when they were winning the games, like their roster just wasn't that talented. The
yeah,
receivers,
they did
uh,
win a they won the
they won the
playoff
playoff
game
game.
though.
Yeah, Saquon was really like nuclear, and they had a good defense actually. So I mean, I guess they could rely on their defense, but their defense isn't. It's good, but it's not, number one in the league. And like their offense is really, really
Yeah,
drawn.
yeah,
Even Daniel Jones, he didn't have a bad year. He can move his legs, but he's not. I don't know if if you want him to be your starting quarterback in the future.
yeah.
But I think if I was them, I would have to write it out just because his contract. And
What
then
pick do they have? Do you know what pick they have?
I can look it up right now. I would assume like seven, maybe.
Seven. I mean, that's not a bad pick. They're gonna have options. Oh yeah, I think they have like 7 or 8. But
Not New York Giants. First round pick. First round pick. And did you hear that Saquon, he didn't get the franchise tag, so he'll be a
yeah,
free.
no, I've seen that too. Yeah, I saw that.
So what do you think of that?
Um, yeah, I mean, I want to see Saquon somewhere else, so
Yeah, I do
I'm a
too.
fan of it. I don't want to see him stuck in New York. I mean, I don't know if it's because he's always talked about how he wants to be a Giant, but I don't know how much that is just for the camera, you know. But
I mean, it is a good market. It is New York, but
yeah,
they just haven't built around him well
but
at all.
like I want to see it turn into like a Christian McCaffrey type thing, you know, because Saquon's nice like that. He's like
Yeah, yeah.
close to that level. So I want to see him go to like a contending type team who could use a running back. Like obviously if he went to the I mean the Bills, they're liking what James Cook is doing, but if he went to like some contending team that could utilize him well, just like when McCaffrey went to the Niners, I mean, I'd want to see that and just see what he does, you know?
Yeah, they have the sixth pick, by the way. So
Sixth pick?
but
They're
they
gonna
they can't get Drake May or
no,
Caleb's. I wouldn't really risk any. I guess Jaden McDaniels, but I
no,
heard
you
some
can go
top five
top
buzz for
three.
him too, right?
You're gonna go top three.
You think his Patriots get him?
I don't it's gonna be tough because like I feel like some teams are gonna trade, you know?
Trade up,
But
yeah.
I don't know though. I don't
I
know.
heard the Raiders want to trade up.
Yeah. But
Uh,
quarterbacks, I feel like they're going to take a receiver, the Giants. I mean, that's what's going to be
they
available.
need a receiver, man.
Yeah,
They
yeah. I mean, this receiver class is loaded. I mean, we're going to get into that, but
Do
yeah.
you think, okay, we'll get into that now. Do you think, I know it's just a 40 time, but do you think that, because
Yeah.
before the combine, he was projected, I think, third, maybe fourth, second round, never first round. But what's it called?
Xavier Worthy,
Xavier Worthy. Do you think
he was
he's
at
first
he was
round pick?
projected like second, I think.
I think he's second, right? Second or third.
Yeah, cause, no, because I remember like some mocks even had the Chiefs taking him at like 31 or
But
32,
do you think
whatever.
he's a first round lock now?
Yeah, I feel like he's going to be taken first round.
Yeah, he's the fastest 40
Yeah, he's
ever.
going to be. Yeah, I mean that's crazy. I
You're a
mean,
Chiefs fan. If the Chiefs got him, would you be happy about that?
yeah, I would be happy. I think because he went to Texas, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah,
think his teammate's better, but Adonai Mitchell. But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they got him. I mean, this receiver class has a lot of great receivers. So whatever obviously they have the last pick in the first round, so it's gonna be tough. But whatever they go with, whatever they're
Do you think the
match.
Chiefs go with receiver though?
Um, yeah, or it's tough because free agency's first, so it's tough to say because we got to see what every team does in free agency. But probably wide receiver or tackle. I mean, that's really all we need right now. But
Rashid Rice had a good year though, so I don't know if he's a wide
no,
receiver.
but they do need another
They need
reliable.
another guy, yeah. But I think maybe you can get Mike Evans just resigned, so you can't get that.
But see, it all depends on what happens with Chris Jones and then Snead, obviously, because they're
Yeah.
tagging them, whatever. But like, I don't know if that's gonna be like a tagging trade or if they work out a long-term deal. But so we'll talk about it more once free agency ends. You know, I mean, you get a better indication of like what direction teams are gonna go in the draft and stuff. That's why free agency's first. But yeah.
Yeah.
But
Do you have anything more on
what do
NFL?
you think? You think he's gonna be? Where do you see him going now? Where do you see him? I see him going like 15 to
15?
22 range. Yeah.
I was thinking more like 20 to back end of the first round, but I
You
mean
think so?
speed does kill. I watched a little bit of tape after the 40, but I'm not gonna lie, I had no idea who he was before. I gotta do more draft work. But but he is not just a speedster. He can route it up. He's really small. I think he's only 160 pounds, but I mean, I guess everyone he's
Is
not
he?
tall, but
Wait, I'm
yeah,
gonna look it up. Actually, I thought he was like. Am I wrong? I thought he was like 6 foot. Six. Wasn't he like six? What is he? He's like
uh
6'1", 170. Okay.
6'1", 172, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
He's really skinny, but I mean he can move. I was
He,
watching the 40, he was moving. And I'm thinking of and do the Raiders have a back end pick? Like a no, they only have their first.
nah.
I think
No,
a team with like multiple first, like say like a back. Which team has a multiple first? Like that could use a. If I'm the Cowboys, I would look into it.
receiver. No, receivers are gonna go off the board quick. Especially, I mean, I think it all depends on when the first one gets taken. 'Cause, I mean, a lot of these drafts, once the one gets taken, they start all
Yeah,
going.
because
'Cause, like,
Cowboys have CD, but I think they need a wide receiver too.
there's gonna be a lot of teams I think looking for a receiver, especially
Yeah,
that's why in that mid range, like the Jaguars could potentially, because they didn't tag
yeah.
Calvin Ridley, right? I don't think they tagged
I
him.
don't think they
And
did.
then
The
the Bengals are
Raiders,
probably gonna be looking for a receiver too.
yeah, because T Higgins, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of teams that are potentially gonna be looking out. So
The
I don't know, they
Browns,
could
I
go
don't think
real
the Browns
quickly.
have their first though.
Hmm.
No, yeah, a lot of teams could. We can go into this. A lot of teams would look into receivers.
Yeah,
It's a deep receiver class
really deep receiver class. Yeah,
and QB. It's a deep offensive class.
yeah. Um, what team? Real quick, what team are you most excited to watch next season?
NFL. That's
Yeah,
not like a team I
that's like
root. Yeah.
yeah. Besides the Ravens, yeah.
Um,
Or
I'm an Odell fan, but
yeah.
whatever.
Wait, Odell
I
was
don't
just
I
a
don't
1 year, right?
yeah.
Uh,
So I don't even think he's if I
where
I'm looking excited to see the Colts. I know that's kind of random, but I really like Anthony Richardson.
where yeah, no, Anthony Richardson's tough. Too bad he got. I mean, if he didn't get hurt, he's gonna
I
have like.
think they would have made the playoffs or the even the Texans. I just like those two.
You think they're gonna be competing for the division next year, the Colts?
I think so, just because
Think so?
I think the Texans will win it again just because
Yeah,
CJ Stroud I think is gonna become like a top three quarterback next year. And I don't know if that's
yeah.
a bold take, but
I mean, he
he's
was damn. I mean, if you
yeah,
just
he was damn near
really
that
just
good
look at the
this year.
stats, I mean, statistically, he had a great season. He was out for a little bit, so his
Hmm.
stats aren't. He
And
doesn't
the
have.
Jaguars, I don't know if I trust them that much. The Titans are garbage.
I mean, they collapsed last season. They were doing good, but
I just they Derrick Henry. I think I want Derrick Henry to go to another team.
hmm.
And their receivers, they've let go of AJ Brown. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I just Brown staying.
yeah, I don't know
Oh, you said once they let go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
the time.
one more thing before we move on. Where do you want to see Odell go? Like, where would you want to see him play?
I don't like the Chiefs, but I'm not gonna lie, the Chiefs would not be a bad spot for him. Like he wouldn't play every snap. He'd probably play, I don't know, 50% of snaps. But he does have he has, big play ability and Mahomes would get him. Would you like Odell on the Chiefs?
I mean, it all depends on the money,
I think he's getting a
Of
minimum
course, I
money.
want him on the Chiefs. I mean, he's still a solid receiver.
Yeah,
And he's a vet. So come
yeah.
playoff time, he's gonna.
I think he's gonna go to a contender though. I don't see him going to
Yeah, but you think I would want him. It's just I don't know if the money would work. Especially.
yeah, maybe Cowboys. No, I don't know about Cowboys. Maybe I don't know. Are the Rams contenders still, you think?
I think it depends uh, yeah, I think
Yeah,
they're still contenders, especially because they're in the NFC. NFC's
yeah,
weak.
exactly.
But
And like they could
it, it,
easily beat the Lions.
it depends on what's it called on Stafford. Because
Yeah.
I mean he's getting older and he was dealing with injuries the past couple seasons. I mean he played extremely well last season, the back half. But I like the Rams. I like them this year too. But yeah, I think they're definitely contenders.
Yeah, just contenders like that. I'm not really sure, but
'Cause they've been drafting well too the past couple seasons.
Puka,
Kyron
yeah.
Williams, late rounds Puka, obviously Puka Nakua. So
Yeah.
like you give them another offseason, who knows what they're gonna do? Sean McVay's a great coach too, one of the best coaches. So
Yeah, I still have trust in the Rams.
yeah. But
Any- Anything else NFL?
nah, I mean that's pretty much it for right now.
We can move on to the NBA. There's been games, more news, so
Yeah, a lot of games.
easier to talk about. we can first talk about the Pelicans. We have it right here in notes, but they've been, I would say they've been the most underrated team in the NBA.
Yes, I'm a fan. I've been hyping up the Pelicans a lot, but
But the question is, are they a contender?
yeah, I think they are. But
Okay, well, okay, I'm agreed to disagree. I don't think they're a
you
contender.
don't think they're a contender?
I mean, it's hard to say that because they've been super consistent. They never had like any weaknesses. They're super deep. I love their
Yeah.
bench. They got Trey
No,
Murphy,
that's
Jose.
one of the reasons. Because I just think they match up well against so many teams. Like come playoff time. I feel like
When I think about playoffs, and the West is super stacked, that's really a big
yeah,
indicator. If
that's
they're
the
in the East, it'll be a lot easier. They'd probably be a top two, three seed. Uh,
what they're
no,
fifth in the West right now, right? I mean,
yeah, fifth
everything's super
West.
super close, but
But like, yeah, they would have way easier path. But I think when I look into the playoffs, I think just the best players usually win the series. That's how I
yeah,
think about it. And even though they're like team wise, I think they have a better team than let's say I don't know if it's
a
crazy. I
better
think they have
team
a
than a
better
lot
team
of
than the
players.
Clippers or the Suns, but I would take the Clippers or the Suns in a series just because I
Yeah,
think they have the better
top
player.
end talent, the top end
Yeah,
talent,
I'm taking top end talent.
top end talent. It's just, I mean, I mean, a lot can happen in the playoffs. I agree with that. The top end talent normally. That's why I like the Suns when we were talking about this a long time ago. But I don't know. I feel like Brandon Ingram. He's Brandon Ingram's.
But lately, I have to agree with you some just because the Suns and Clippers have just been scaring me just because I mean I like top end talent. Usually depth doesn't matter as much in the playoffs, but the Suns and
That
especially the Suns. Clippers depth is okay. The Suns depth is like it's not okay. It's generally like bad, you know?
you don't like the Suns' depth.
I don't like the Suns depth. No. You
See,
like the Suns
that's
depth?
me personally. I don't know. I'm a fan of the Suns' depth.
I think they have too many like they have a lot of role players, but they don't have like established like they have wishy-washy role players. I would
No,
say
but see,
Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal and Nurkic are
and
the
Eric
solid.
Gordon. Don't forget Eric Gordon.
Eric Gordon's
No, but see, that's the thing about role players, especially they're perform like Grayson Allen's been balling. He's been
yeah, no,
performing.
I'm a big fan
Like
of
it
Grayson
doesn't
Allen
matter about name,
and
It's
Royce
just
O'Neal.
if they're playing and I mean, Grayson Allen's
I'm not
giving.
a big
I
fan of
mean, he
Eric
gave you
Gordon right now.
like they won, right? Yeah, they won in overtime against the Nuggets yesterday. He gave you like 30. I mean, if you
Yeah.
get that from Grayson Allen, you're not going to lose in the playoffs. You know, like
I think you
you
need
don't.
8 or 9 guys though, and I don't know if Phoenix has 8 or 9
Okay,
guys.
so let's talk about it, Phoenix. So when everyone's healthy, let's just assume everyone's healthy. I know that's tough, but
It's hard to assume. Yeah,
yeah.
that's
But let's
another
let's
reason I'm
just
scared of
for
them.
this,
Why
let's
they
just
do
say
that?
everyone's healthy.
Yeah,
You got Katie, Book, and Beal. I mean, that could win you a series by itself.
KD,
So,
Book and Beal, Grayson Allen, Nurkic,
mm-hmm.
Royce O'Neal. That's all I trust.
Royce O'Neal, Eric Gordon. The reason,
Eric,
the reason why it's because they're gonna be staggering these minutes. They're not like
okay, that's
have
7.
Book like Eric Gordon's not gonna be like the tension's gonna be on whoever's out there like Booker or KD. And then Eric Gordon, he's a
Yeah,
sniper.
he'll
On
hit
those,
some clutch threes.
yeah.
That's Eric Gordon for you.
It's not like you're relying on like Eric Gordon to do what he's doing in Houston like 6 years ago. Like as long as he hits a couple spot up threes, he can hold his. I don't know if
But
hold.
I was way more excited for Yuta. He was like the leading 3-point shooter.
Mm, mm.
Not been that much. Joshua Cody's he's actually a good defender. I like Joshua Cody, but he's not like
But
a
what? Because I've been watching the Suns. All these players are getting like. I mean, Book and Katie are elevating them. So
yeah,
it's like
no, they definitely
I mean,
are, but
they're playing their role great. So it's like I don't know if they keep doing that in the playoffs, the Suns are gonna go deep. I'm gonna just say that. I like the Suns. I don't know.
I just think the Suns I think I've said this in an earlier podcast. I think they just need a point guard. They should have signed. I think if they could have traded for Tyus Jones, I think that would have been perfect. I don't know if there's any Monte Morris would have been really
You think
nice.
so though? But like
I
in
think
the
because they're like
playoffs, like I know Book's not. I guess you could say a traditional point guard, but I mean, he's been managing the flow of the offense, and he's been that pick and roll with him and Nurkic that he's been running. I mean,
I don't know if
he gets up to his pull up or he kicks it to the corner, double team or just Nurkic. Like like in the playoffs, I feel like they have a whole bunch of bucket getters. Like I was watching
I
the
think
game
too many,
yesterday. I don't
but
know if
I
you're
think they have
watching it.
too
It was
many.
the Nuggets versus the Suns.
Yeah.
When in the OT, I mean, they were just give Durant had like 7 OT, and especially they were like the Nuggets came back, they were down, and then the Suns were down like 5 or whatever with like a couple minutes left. and you're just giving the ball to KD and you're just making stuff happen. That's what's gonna happen in the playoffs. Just gonna give the ball to your best players. That's what you have to do sometimes. You
That's why
just
you
give the ball
still
to your
have
best
to.
players and make things happen,
That's why I still have respect for them, just because they have KD and
Yeah.
Devin Booker. I like KD and Devin Booker,
But
but
you have two
I,
top, I mean, I think two top 10 players.
I just don't like the rest of their team.
But like
If I'm being
I don't
honest.
know. I like them because they
And I
they
don't I don't trust Bradley Beal. I don't trust Bradley Beal or with the Clippers, I don't trust Paul George or Kawhi's health. Like, even though we want to live in a world of, no injuries, like you
but see
have to
that's
live
why
with injuries.
I feel like the Suns like is this crazy like Celtics level? Is that crazy?
Yeah, no, that is crazy.
That's crazy. Bro,
Yeah, I don't think so.
because
Because
the thing is
I think the Celtics pieces fit way better together.
okay, you could say that because they
Because they
definitely
have
put better.
two
But
scorers in Jalen Brown, JT, and
mm,
Porzingis too.
no, yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah. But
they have Drew
I'm
Holiday
talking
is a good scorer.
I'm
Derek
talking
White.
about in terms of the reason why they're so good is so like they have that top end talent. Obviously, they're superstars, right?
Yeah,
And then their role player. I mean, I don't even
I
like
don't.
I don't like
I
calling
think
them role players because they're better than role players. But like Derek White, Drew Holiday,
no, they're
they
role
don't have to
players.
do that much. So like, I mean, they get a whole bunch of wide open corner threes. They're just draining them. They're playing at an elite level for what they're asked to do?
I
And
think Derek
the
White and
Suns
Drew
have the same type
Holiday.
of players. Like, I don't know.
You don't think Derek White and Drew Holiday are significantly better players than I like Grayson Allen
Oh
off the
no, they're significant. Yeah, they're way significant. They're way better players. But I'm just talking about in
or even
terms of like
Porzingis.
the construction. Like I don't know. I like the Suns depth just because.
All right, it's good.
As
That's
long as
something.
you have KD or like as long as you have one or two of the big three out there at a time with these players, like they're gonna fit their role fine and they're gonna hold their own. I
So
just
would you choose them in a series against? Because I think they're really similar to the Clippers.
I would choose the Suns over the Clippers in a series, seven
I'll
game
choose
series.
the Clippers.
I'm taking the Suns.
I like the
Who gets home court?
Clippers are higher,
I
so
mean,
we'll say the
okay,
Clippers.
I'm taking the Suns regardless. If it's
I'm taking the Clippers
I'll
regardless.
take the Suns in seven.
Well,
Is that
injury,
Clippers?
but both teams have
I'll
injuries.
take them at six if they're at home. But
That's hard to say because I trust
I'm
Kawhi as much as I
like
trust. Let's say in order, I trust Kawhi, KD, and Book as stars, but Paul George and Harden are if wishy-washy.
it's really early to say. We'll make our predictions once like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
April comes and like the bracket comes out, but I can see the Suns making the finals like easily. I mean, it all depends on matchups, but
Yeah,
like
that's one I have to disagree with.
if they get some good matchups, I mean, because just like
In
with
the
the
West,
Warriors,
anyone can make the
like with the
finals.
Warriors championship, like it's obviously still a championship, but they have favorable matchups in
Super
all their
favorite matchups, yeah.
yeah. So like that really helps.
But in this West, I don't know if there's any really favorable matchup just because everyone's good. Like I thought maybe OKC was, but even though they're young, I still wouldn't want to play
Really,
OKC.
like who are you taking, the Minnesota or the Suns?
Yeah, I guess that's a favorable matchup.
Like,
I'll,
I'm talking
I'll
about in
take
terms
Phoenix,
of
yeah.
like I don't know if players necessarily view it this way. I feel like us as fans do, but like who would you rather play for the Suns, the Timberwolves or the Lakers?
Yeah, you'd rather play the Timberwolves, of course.
Yeah, okay. So
I
that's what I'm
think anyone knows that, but
saying.
that's another team I don't really trust in the playoffs, just because lately their offense has been so like,
Yeah.
and we know that they have Gobert, like he's gonna help your defense, but like your spacing's gonna be cooked in the playoffs.
Like
But
if you're the Warriors, right? The
I don't know
match
if I want to play Minnesota, to be honest.
matchup totally matter. Oh yeah, no, I was gonna talk about like I feel like if they play OKC first round, like it's
Yeah, that's a
obviously
good
tough, but
matchup.
like it's a really good matchup for them. You know?
I even think the Clippers are a good matchup against the Warriors, better than because the Warriors have a lot of wings defenders. Like Wiggins can
The
guard
only
one
thing
of
about
them.
that is just I don't
Yeah,
know.
the
Just,
star power overloads them. That's the only thing.
no, and then like Kawhi's probably gonna be guarding. I don't. He's not gonna be guarding him for the whole series, but Kawhi on
Brian
step.
Curry, yeah,
Like this season, he was locking him up a little bit. Like it's
yeah,
just that length, and they have so many bodies they can throw at him.
yeah, and they can go small ball, but I
Yeah,
don't. If they keep Zubac on the court, I think that's chicken for Curry. But
yeah,
I
yeah.
think they would go small in that series with
And
adjustments.
that's why I think in the West, the Warriors can make a deep run unless if they run into the Lakers early on. I feel like that's tough.
You think so?
Like I feel like just because we saw it last year too. The Lakers are just a tough matchup for the Warriors.
Yeah, I know what you
Who
mean.
you with?
It's my boy Trevor. Trevor, you want to say what's up to the pod? We'll get a little guest appearance, and then we'll talk about our stuff.
So
All
what's y'all boys, man? Fuck with my
What's
boy
up?
Dale, bro. Fuck with this podcast, you feel me?
right, man. All right, we can continue. We just
All
had
right.
to get my boy on.
But
But I guess that's a good way to end the thing. But I really want to talk about Dallas, the Mavericks,
Dallas, okay.
because at the deadline, people said, "Oh, they had a good deadline." Because they did get two quality players, two upgrades, I would say, over Grant Williams and Dwight Powell's not in the rotation anymore, so Daniel Gafford. But I don't think it was the fair trades, and I don't know if Dallas has been. I don't know. It's hard because my question is, has Dallas failed Luka in any way?
Um, you just looking for a yes or a no, or you want me to, like?
Or you can expand because I want to talk about something else with Luka,
I
but
think it's tough because I don't know what I'm about to say might be what you're gonna get into, but I think Luka's style of play is just
that's exactly what I was about to say.
it's
Yeah.
kind of hard. Like you could, I mean, obviously you need to build like shooters around them and stuff, 3 and D,
Yeah.
preferably type players. Like when they had Dorian Finney-Smith and stuff, but it's just tough. I mean, because he's dropping 40-point triple doubles, but because it's like the offense is always
So
gonna
ball
be running
dominated.
through him, ball
Yeah.
centric,
That's what
perimeter centric. So I don't know, it's tough.
I mean. I would just say I guess they fed him with the Brunson thing. I would rather have
I was gonna
Brunson,
mention, yeah.
but to be honest, I think it's even though I love Luka, I love his. I think there's a kind of a Luka problem, similar to Trey Young, similar to James Harden,
I was
even
gonna I was gonna
even
ask you
sim
something.
even similar to Hope. I think Tyrese Halliburton's kind of getting this mold, just super ball dominant.
Hmm.
Even like because they get a lot of assists. So I saw this joke. They even called Chris Paul this. They're like pass first ball hogs. So I don't. It's like they're too ball dominant, and Luka especially like. Well, not Luka especially. All of these guys like. Well, we're just talking about the Mavericks, but Luka also his ball dominancy, but his defense has been like. I don't know if you watch some games. I've been watching some games. I've been watching some pages, and like Luka's defense is just like almost Trey Young level bad. And Trey Young's
Yeah,
not bad
yeah,
defense.
yeah.
And some of it is like he's probably gassed because of on offense, so I'm not gonna blame it all on him. But it looks like a lot of effort. And maybe they surround him with better defenders. But I mean, I think they tried Derek Lively, Gafford, even Derek Jones Jr. on off offensive guys, but they're defensive guys around him. So yeah.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
You think the how do I say this? You think the Luca, like, he doesn't really get criticism. So do you think that's fair or not? Because when Harden was doing what he was doing,
Yeah.
he a whole bunch of criticism. So what do you think about that?
I think I think it's because he's still young and the numbers he put up. And like he is like it's hard. You could argue he's the best player in the league, but I think like I think if this happens for 2 to 3 more years, or even this year, if they don't make the playoffs, because they're about to make, they cannot make the playoffs this year. That's like a very possible thing. I think he'll be hearing more things, but I think it's too young. But I think in 2 to 3 years, if this keeps on going, he'll get more criticism, just like James Harden. But James Harden was I guess this is a super hard West, but James Harden was at least leading them to, first seeds, second
60
seeds,
win? Yeah.
50 wins. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say I don't think his teams were that much better than Luka's teams right now.
No,
It was
the Rockets did construct a really good team around him though. Like for his play style,
think
like
better than Luka.
I don't I
They
feel like
they
they
did construct it perfect for Harden,
That's
I
what
would say.
that's what I was about to, they just their team was constructed perfectly for a style of play. Like they had Eric Gordon who was playing really well at the time, shooter, and th- would you say he was a 3 and D? Like he was
No,
able
I would say he's a shooter. I wouldn't
to
say three and
shoot.
D.
Okay.
I would say Robert Covington was 3 and D when
Okay,
they
but
had like the
that
five.
pick and roll when they had Clint, that pick and roll,
Clint,
and then PJ Tucker, obviously he was 3 and D,
3 and D.
3 and D.
And even off the bench, they had a couple 3 and D guys.
Yeah.
Um,
So their
and then
team was really well.
Chris Paul played really well off him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then Westbrook, it was only like a year, but yeah, no, they always surround him with one star, but it was mostly just him, a pick and roll there with Capella, and then they did the little crazy small ball. So, do you think are the Mavericks gonna have to do something like that where they just get straight, like they get rid of Kyrie and they just get straight shooter? I mean, I feel like they already did that kind of.
I feel like yeah, I don't know.
You can't win like that.
See, I feel like with that, you would just everything would have to go extremely perfect, You got like no margin of error. Like if you wanted to make it to
Yeah,
the
you have no
final,
margin there,
you have no
exactly.
margin of error. All the matchups have to be favorable, and Luca has to be just historic. I mean, he's been historically good in the playoffs, but just
That's
like
the only reason, like,
that level.
if I would still be slightly scared of them just because Luka and Kyrie are like,
Yeah,
when you want a game, like Luka and Kyrie are those guys, but
yeah.
their other pieces they're not bad either. Just I wouldn't say they're perfect. If I were the Mavericks, I would. I mean, that's easier said than done. Like you want
Yeah,
to out with straight defenders, but like straight 3-and-D guys are not that easy to find, you know?
yeah, I know,
Like
yeah,
Dorian Finney-Smith was going, I don't know if it's true, was going for 2 first-round picks. That was a guy they would want back. Like a prime rubber coming to like those type of guys, you know,
yeah,
3-and-D. Mikal, you're not getting Mikal Bridges. That would be perfect, but you're just not getting that.
yeah. They're not getting cut. Um, yeah, no, I think it's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
Hey,
But
we'll be right back. We'll be right back.
for sure.
All right, we're back.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the Warriors now. Andrew Wiggins kind of went on a hiatus, mental health thing, or it's not my business, but he did this last year. But
Hey,
this is
prayers out. Hopefully everything with
yeah, hopefully
going
everything
on
goes well.
well. Hopefully
That's not our
everything.
business.
Yeah.
But I just kind of want to talk about how this is like the first time all year they're gonna be fully healthy. They had some Gary Payton was out for a while. Chris Paul broke his hand. Draymond suspension. Moody was out for a little bit. Basically, they always had like one lacking injury, but this is going to be their full rotation. So I think it's really just going to be interesting to see what Steve Kerr does. I think I know what I would do as a rotation. I think you have to put Moody in the rotation now. I wouldn't start him or anything, but I'd play him a good 15 minutes, especially the way he's been defending. I would keep their star.
He's been knocking down shots too.
Yeah, he's been knocking down shots, but with everyone coming back, people have to fall out. So I'll just go first to say what my rotation would be. I think it's the regular season, so you can fit 10 man. Playoffs is gonna be really hard because you can only have 9. But as a 10, I would just have Curry, Pajemski, Wiggins, Draymond, Kuminga, same starting lineup. It's been working. And then Chris Paul, Clay. I'd have Gary Payton, Moody. And then that's a 9 already. And then I would, depending on matchup, I would switch. I think I would switch that backup 5 from Looney or Trace. Dario, I guess, can stretch it, but I would completely
Nah,
remove Dario from the rotation, to be honest.
yeah.
What do you think, Brain?
Yeah, no, I mean I agree with that too. I personally I would just stick with Trace, you know. I mean, for regular season it's fine. Just you could throw in Looney there sometimes
I
too.
think they're just throwing in Looney to
Just because like what
just
he's done
Looney.
for the organization.
Yeah, he's done it. And it's not like they give him like 8 minutes, so
Yeah, but
kind of unwatchable just because he can't move. But I
no,
love
but it's like it was bad. Like that Nuggets game like a week ago when we were up by like 15 with like 5 minutes left
yeah,
in
Looney's.
halftime. Jokic was just going at him every single possession. That's literally
But I
why.
mean, I think Trace is going to get cooked too on defense
No, but
just because he's young.
it was just Looney was horrible. Like he wasn't even putting up a fight. Jokic was
Yeah,
going into
yeah.
the post, hitting him with that little shoulder spin move, and it was either someone would help, so wide open three for KCP, and you don't want to give him a wide open three, or Jokic would just score.
And even like worse, I think his defense, Looney's at least acceptable because he can move, get rebounds. But on offense, it's just like
Yeah.
a Looney pick and roll might be like the
But
worst thing I can imagine, you know?
another thing is I love the Clay move to the bench. It's been really
Yeah,
good.
he's been good. He's been
Um,
good. And him and Trace have actually a little connection because they'll put 2 on the shooter and then
yeah, like
Clay
'cause
will just
people,
do
they're
like
obviously you got to respect Clay, so they're popping
yeah.
out, and then he's just dishing it.
And at
But
least Trace, at worst case, he's a lob threat, you know?
that's giving them like a spark off the on the bench, you know.
Yeah.
'Cause Clay's been he's been doing well. He's been knocking down shots, been getting good looks too. So
Yeah, but Dario, I get he can space it. He's just a cone on defense. He was good at the beginning of the season, but even everyone's minutes are going to get dropped down a little bit.
yeah,
Both
you think Trace is gonna see like any playing time really in the playoffs?
in the playoffs, they need a backup 5. Like they can't play Draymond 48 minutes.
No, but you think they would like go with Looney, like if they were throwing out a
Like in
body?
the playoffs, I
Yeah,
think it depends on matchup.
as a match everything.
Like I think against like a Jokic, I think they would play Looney actually because I think Looney would guard him better than Trace. But I don't know.
No, but yeah, yeah.
It may
I mean,
I
I
don't
feel
think they
like
would.
against Jokic, I mean, I know I was just talking about Looney getting cooked, but I feel like you got to throw both of them sometimes.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm
Because
saying.
like
Just to get some
obviously the
fouls, you know.
primary Draymond, you know,
Yeah, you just
but you
have
can't have
bodies
Draymond
out.
like you said on him for the whole game. So
Yeah.
like, when he's not out there, you just got to throw some other bodies at him.
Do you think they can afford to like even like go small ball like with Draymond starting, but then like if they need some backup minutes, put like a Wiggins Kuminga at the 5, or is that you think too small?
I feel that's really
Just because
small.
like
But
Because I feel like they have a lot of good depth because they still have Gary Payne, Moody. I just feel like Looney,
y-
like their top nine guys, Looney, Trace, or Sarge are not their top nine guys.
yeah.
And in the playoffs, play nine guys. So like, do you want to like go small or because
Well,
I don't know if I trust Trace, Looney,
what you
or
said. I think it really depends on the matchup.
matchup. Yeah.
Because I thought you can't do that against the Lakers. But
Yeah, exactly.
like,
But
yeah.
if I'm Steve Kerr, I'm gonna give Trace a lot of minutes just to see if he can like be ready for the playoffs. Because she's shown flashes, but I think in the playoffs, if he's really at the best, he can play, 12 minutes a game, and that wouldn't hurt the team. Play
Yeah.
Draymond 35 minutes because it's the playoffs, and Draymond's only been playing like 25 minutes, so I think his legs will be fine.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think that's fine. Who I mean, besides okay, who would you want to see them matched up against first round?
That's realistic. I mean, we talked about
Okay.
OKC. They're young, but OKC's top five in offense and defense. They got Shea. I mean, like Shea's like
I
his
just feel
bag is
like
just deep,
I just feel like it's like the Kings last year, Same type of thing.
I think the OKC is way better than Kings last year.
Really? No, the
Like
Kings are tough last
way
year.
better, to
See,
be
that's
honest.
another team I mean, the Kings are good.
I,
'Cause
I don't I'm taking Chet over Sabonis just defensive wise. I think Sabonis, like you kind of saw in the playoffs, like the pick and roll with like Curry was just abusing Sabonis. I don't know if you can really do that to Chet.
I mean, Curry can really do it to anyone, but
I mean, he can't do it to Anthony
I was
Davis.
about to say Anthony Davis is the one that gives him trouble. Yeah. That's
No,
one.
he would still cook the Thunder.
They literally won a game because of that. Game one. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm gonna talk about that. I mean, I didn't like
I'm
Steve
trying to
Kerr's
think.
plan. That was
Okay,
horrible.
see, I wouldn't mind the Clippers first round, or if New Orleans
I
gets a
wouldn't
really
want
good
the.
run, I wouldn't.
I mean, yeah.
It's just I don't want Denver and I don't
I
really
know
want
you
Minnesota.
really. I feel like I'd rather play Denver than the Lakers, to be honest.
Well, you're not playing the Lakers first round just because they're 9 and 10.
I
You
was
might have
just
to
talking
play
about in
them
general in the playoffs. Like,
Oh,
I feel like we have a.
no, I don't want to play Denver. If I'm any team, Denver's my
I mean, we're
favorite
gonna
team
have to go through.
over the
That's what I'm
Celtics.
saying. If you want to get to the finals, you're gonna have to go through like. You're not gonna get a choice. You're gonna have to go through them. But
I mean, only if one of the guys we get lucky and I don't know, maybe Jamal Murray's out for 2 games and they play let's say the Clippers. Clippers get the best of them. Play the Clippers or Phoenix or something like that.
hmm,
As any of the teams, I don't want to play Denver. It's not even just because of Jokic, it's kind of everything else. Like I think Jamal Murray's cooking the Warriors in the playoffs.
yeah, yeah.
And Aaron Gordon's big. I wouldn't say Curry has trouble, but yeah, I think Aaron Gordon could hold his own against Curry, or not even Aaron Gordon,
KCP.
KCP. Yeah,
KCP.
KCP. They just have bodies, to throw at Curry or the young guys off the
See,
bench.
that's why it's like. I mean, Kuminga. That they've been going to him more in the post. They need another. I don't know. They need
I
another
think
like.
hopefully maybe when Wiggins comes back, he
They need
opens.
another way of scoring, Because like last year against the Lakers, game
They had
one,
no.
they were running that motion off, like just this typical motion, off ball screens, But
Mhm.
all the Lakers were doing was like playing over the top of this, like Jared Vanderbilt, all he's doing is playing over top of the screen, forcing like Steph to go inside and then Anthony Davis right there, Like we talked about,
Yeah.
it's hard to finish on Anthony Davis. So it's all they were doing, and it shut out like the offense game one. I feel like playoff, they're gonna have to go high pick and roll with Steph a lot. Like they don't really, I don't know if they're like saving it. They just feel like they're gonna have to do that a lot.
I'm a little bit worried about, even though he's my favorite player, is Kuminga in the playoffs, just because I think they could really like because he doesn't have much of a shot. They can clamp down on the paint.
Yeah,
But I think we mentioned this before.
he
Like,
still forces some stuff up sometimes
yeah,
too.
he does. But when Curry's a screener for Kuminga, I really love that. That's my favorite play
Yeah,
because Curry pops and it's like sometimes they play it well, they'll hedge it, the other defender. But Kuminga's so like fast and strong, he'll usually hop step or just straight powerful or kick it to Curry. But like Curry's never they usually because Curry's just he has too
yeah.
much,
Kuminga usually just keeps it. Yeah.
yeah, Kuminga
Um,
just usually gets a dunk or he'll kick corner and Pajemski hasn't really been hitting, but maybe in the playoffs you put Clay there. Clay will hit those.
do you think there's a
But
chance they get what's the highest seed you think they can get?
honestly, to be honest, I thought they would be stuck at 9 or 10, but Dallas has been losing, and Sacramento has been losing. So they're literally, I'm on the standings right here.
Like,
They're
yeah,
game back
same
from
too.
Dallas, half a game back from Los Angeles, and 2 games back from from Sacramento. So like it's really possible they can get, well, that would make them 7.
Yeah.
I mean, highest possible, I think 6.
You
I don't
just
think they'll get 6.
you
As a
just
Warriors fan, I'm happy at 7 or 8.
yeah, you just don't want to be in that 9 or 10.
Yeah,
Especially
because
like
that means you
right
have to play
now,
two.
if they had to play the Lakers in a playing game, one game in LA, like that's brutal.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah, yeah. You
if
you
you
just
can play one game, I think they can win with a one game, get a 7 seed. And
yeah,
OKC is 2 right now. So they can get OKC.
yeah. Man, that's I'm looking at it. A good team's gonna get.
But yeah,
Someone's not
in
gonna make
my,
it.
I don't want to make any opinions, but I think Dallas can fall out, to be honest.
Oh no, I think Dallas at the end. Or you think they're gonna fall out of 10
Dallas and
or like down to 10?
Dallas and Sacramento.
See that the Kings are good though. I've been watching the Kings. Kings are tough. That's the only. I don't know what their
I
schedule is.
don't really trust the Kings. I
Really?
just, I don't trust Sabonis. Like I think as a big, you need to be a good defender. Like
Yeah, but
it's,
like in terms of just the regular season right now, like I don't think they're gonna drop.
but they're the 7 right now, so they'd have to win at least one playing game. I mean, it's super possible. The Kings could like, they probably will make the playoffs, but
Yeah.
like even though I think the
Well,
Lakers
then
and
who's not gonna make it then? If the Kings make it?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
Yeah.
Lakers are Warriors. I
Yeah.
think the Lakers are Warriors. If they make the playoffs, the Lakers or Warriors are more dangerous than the Kings. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No. Yeah. No doubt. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Dallas is more dangerous than the Kings in the playoffs.
You
But I
think?
think
No. 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 No.
I just trust Luka and Kyrie. I think Dallas is
You
like,
forgot Fox was playing at superstar level in the
but
playoffs.
Not Luka level in the playoffs. Luka
Not,
level in the
but
playoffs
like
is crazy.
I like the Kings team better than the
No, I
Magic.
do too.
Yeah, but I
But
mean, Fox is dropping
in the
30
regular,
games.
if
Their offense
if
is flowing. Like it doesn't matter. You
if
know?
I'm Minnesota and I'm the 1 seed and I want to choose a team to play, I'd rather play Sacramento. That's all I have to say.
Really? I think Sacramento would beat the Timberwolves in a 7 game series.
Ooh,
Like like if that happens, I'm picking. Because I'm picking like
I think
if we do a little playoff bracket, like you
I'm
know
taking it. Because
we should do that when the playoff comes and all
yeah,
this.
when the play,
We'll do
we'll
a little
100% do
bracket.
that.
Yeah, yeah,
But no, I think I'll take Minnesota's been kind of bad, but I think I'm taking Minnesota. I'm a big fan of Ant, but and I like so they just have a bunch of defenders. Nikhil Alexander Walker can defend.
yeah,
I think they match up like because they can put Edwards on him. Even McDaniels on Fox is a good matchup.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm thinking I'm taking Minnesota, and they have big so Sabonis. But no, I think it would be a
Yeah,
7 game series,
yeah.
6 or 7 game series.
Oh, but so Warriors have been playing well, especially this past month. Steve Kerr just got
Well,
coach of the month, but
this past
hor-
game, I don't know about
horrible
that.
performance against the Celtics.
Their
They
strategy.
were down by what, like 40, 44 at half.
I
Horrible.
stopped watching after halftime.
Yeah, me too.
I watched the whole
What do
first half.
yeah, I watched the whole first half too. What do you think of uh the strategy on Jaylen Brown? I didn't like it from the first shot that Draymond let him shoot wide open. I didn't like it. Like before the broadcasters even started talking about it, I was like, I didn't like it at all. Because I could
Yeah,
see what he was about to do.
I'm gonna look it up right now, but I'm pretty sure Jalen Brown's a high 30s or maybe even 40% 3-point shooter. Let me
I
see.
think he's 34. Because Draymond, I saw a clip of Draymond talking about it. But like that
Oh,
doesn't matter. Jaylen Brown gets paid 60 million a year, you know? Like you
even
gonna
though
leave him
Jalen
wide
Brown, like,
open?
yeah,
They weren't even like he wasn't even hedging it. Draymond was like sitting down. Like he wasn't even going out there at all on a lot of them.
he's
Like, come
shooting
on, man. You're gonna leave a
35% from three.
but it doesn't
And
matter.
he
So
gets
wide open
disrespect,
shot.
but Jalen Brown's still
It's
he's a
no, it's a shoot
star.
around shot for him. He's gonna
Yeah.
make 70, 80% of those.
And Porzingis was out, so it's not like,
That's what really started the run because it was like 21-21.
yeah, no, it was a close game.
And then
And then
Jaylen Brown hit those three threes in a row because Draymond was wide open. And then everyone else just started hitting threes. Like Derek White was hitting wide open threes. Everyone else just started. Like Tatum
yeah,
didn't do nothing in that first quarter. I don't even.
yeah, no. As bad as
Yeah.
of a loss, as bad as it was of a loss, I think it was just like it was their night. The Warriors had dead legs.
No, I
Guys
understand
were
that.
busy.
Yeah.
I think they should because I heard Curry was there was a chance he was gonna rest. They probably should have rested him.
Because he had some
But
like
yeah,
something
knee inflammation or
questionable. But
knee
it was like
tibia,
I
something
don't
like
even know
that.
what it's called. It was like, yeah. It was.
I think he
But
probably has a sore knee.
what do you think of? Because Draymond after the game was talking about, oh yeah, we came up with the strategy like 15 minutes before the game. Like what do you think of all that?
I
Like,
saw the
I don't
it was
understand
kind of
that.
taken out of context.
It was.
If the whole thing, it was kind of taken out of, even he got mad at it. He was like, "This is taking out of contest." I mean, he said it was I don't know what the full quote was, but he didn't just say, "Oh yeah, it was 15 minutes before the game." He was talking about like, or I guess he kind of did say that, but he didn't
Yeah,
say it
but
like he
I heard
said
what you're
it, if
saying
that
before.
makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, like he said it, but they're making it seem like it was like a bad thing.
Well,
It
because
was like a
that like
suggestion.
that kind of like yeah, I know what you're saying. Like, but like I don't know how
I don't
pregame stuff
see what
goes,
you're
but
thinking
like
though, yeah.
I feel like 15 minutes before you leave to go out, like you already have everything set. You're not throwing out new ideas, you know. But I don't know.
And
I don't know how it
it
works.
doesn't because the if the Warriors had bad, like they have bad big men like personnel for bigs, but wing defenders, the Warriors have pretty good personnel against that. Like Moody's been
Yeah.
defending at a high level there, or he's a good body. Pause. Uh, but even Kaminga's a big. He's 6'8". Like he has long arms. Like they have wings. Wiggins wasn't playing, but still Kaminga and Moody. I think that hold their own. They're at least big bodies. It's not like they're too small for that.
Like
Even Clay's 6'5", 6'6". You know.
I understand the strategy of like what I think it was Draymond Par I think talked about it a little, and Steve Kerr like just trying to get him out of rhythm, you know. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he misses a couple, you know, and then but it's like I don't like leaving him wide open. Like that's too much, you know.
I
Like you
guess maybe they're trying to get in his head,
yeah,
but
but like it's not like it's Jalen Brown. Like
yeah, he's not horrible. Yeah,
yeah, it's
that just
Jalen Brown.
wasn't
Like
enough.
you're gonna give him wide open space. Like you give any NBA play like these guys. This is what they do for a living, and Jalen Brown gets paid 60 million. Like he's gonna knock down an open three.
Maybe if like they want to get in his head, maybe Jalen Brown's been hearing all. Maybe they force him left because they be people say you don't got to left, but yeah, leaving him so wide open makes no sense to me.
Yeah, yeah, I didn't understand it, but
So I mean, we can segue this into the some Celtics talk.
yeah, yeah, I wanted to talk about that a little. You think because it's been like what 6 years now,
Yeah,
well, with this Tatum Brown duo, and they've had a great team around them
every year, yeah.
every year. So like, do you think it's championship or bust this year? I mean, I feel like we're saying that
No,
every.
it is. It is. It
I
is.
feel like we're saying that every single year. So when is
No,
it gonna stop?
no, the Celtics have been disappointing with because they've been favorites for multiple. I don't remember that they got Kyrie and Gordon Hayward.
Yeah,
I know KD was still on the Warriors, but like the Celtics should have 100% made the finals with that team. I know injuries and stuff, so you
yeah,
can't say
injuries
that.
were a big part. Yeah.
But like there were so many years, like even last year or not last year. Yeah, no, last year they should have made the finals.
Yeah, no, Caleb
There's no way you
Martin
should
did it
lose
to
to
them though in
Miami.
Game 7, right?
Yeah, there's no way you should lose to Miami. Or there's like every year they have either they have a top three roster in the NBA and they just haven't been able to get it done.
Yeah.
Even the year the Warriors beat them, they had a better team than the Warriors. And as a Warriors fan, I was scared. Like when they're up 2-1, like they had big wings, they had Marcus Smart, like they were just deep and they have good teams. It's just Jalen Brown and Jason Tatum just haven't been able to figure it out.
So then, do you think? Because I mean, I feel like what I was saying is every year we talk about it's championship or bust. Like the Celtics should win it this year. So when do you think it stops? You know, like, or do you think after if they don't win it this year? Because like the way things have been playing out right now, I mean, the Celtics have been dominant. Like if you don't win, that's like, what does that say? You know, like do they blow
I
it
mean
up?
that I think that just no, they're never gonna blow it up.
You don't think they're ever gonna blow it up?
They have a perfectly constructed team. It's just because you like what are you gonna you can't
Okay,
like you're gonna do
that's
blow it
that's
up
my
real
next
quick.
point. Like I don't know if you want to call it some intangible stuff, but were you watching the Celtics game at all yesterday?
The war against the Cavs. I'll
Yeah.
watch the highlights and
Okay, because I was watching the end of that game,
did Jason Tatum miss shot? Yeah, does Jason
like
are you gonna
so,
talk
so
about
you
Jason Tatum?
yeah, I want to talk about that a little bit.
I have probably the same belief.
First of all, so they got the rebound with like 19 seconds. You're wasting all. He didn't start making a move to like 6 seconds. You have what Tatum's like 6'8", 6'9", or is he
Yeah.
taller? You have Darius Gar. Is Garland a good defender?
He's 6 foot. Yeah, I know what you mean. I don't think it was a bad shot though. I
No,
don't
no.
think
You have Garland on you, and you take a super tough fadeaway.
you think I think it was a
Yeah,
very makeable
like I
shot.
hate to say this, but like, and I saw someone else talk about this. I forgot who. So, but like, you think Michael Jordan settling for that shot? LeBron settling for that shot? Like, you
But
think the
Jason
great
Tatum's not
ones,
those type. That's
the
why
great.
Jason Tatum's not that type of level player.
So do you think that they're never gonna win a championship because of that? You think that plays a part? Because to
I
like
think I
the
think they'll
past
win.
5 years, past 5, 6 years, they should at least have won with the teams that they've had.
Yeah, that's why I don't think Jason
They should have
Tatum's
had that. They should have had that Warriors one, but Steph just took over. So I mean,
yeah,
so it's
can't do
like
nothing
they
about
should have
that.
won.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like Jason Tatum's supposed to be that guy for you, right?
Yeah, that's I don't believe in Jason
So,
Tatum like that either, if I'm being honest.
so they should have had that one. I mean, who knows what happens last year if they get into the finals against the Nuggets? But
I think the Nuggets, yeah, but yeah, they have the soup. They perfect a super like team around. Not it's not a super team, but like
they got the Avengers around them.
yeah, a perfect roster. Jalen Brown,
We could just call it what it is.
great role. Like this year, if they don't win this
We
year,
have a stacked team. We just say
and
what it is.
and they're relatively healthy. Yeah, there's gonna have to be a lot of talk about Jason Tatum and like if he can lead a team because Porzingis is like phenomenal big. Derek White and Drew Holiday are, perfect guards. But even right now, like they're rolling through the regular season. I really don't trust them that much, to be honest.
Yeah, me either. That's what I
Like
was
I
gonna
trust them
talk
they'll
about that a
get to
little
the
bit.
conference finals, but like if Miami gets to the conference final and Jimmy Butler's doing his thing, like I'm taking Jimmy Butler.
Like to be honest, we could talk about that a little bit. I would take the Bucks over them.
I don't really trust the Bucks
No,
either.
just because like, I mean, this could be a little
Because
recency bias,
Dame will
but just
show
like
up.
end of the game. Like I mean, I just don't trust them. End of the game. I don't trust Tatum.
You mentioned you're a Bucks fan. Like you think highly of
I'm
them.
not a Bucks fan, but
You're not a fan, but like you think they're a really good team, right?
just because like
Dame and Giannis.
the playoffs come down to those critical situations. You got to make a play at the end, and I just trust Damian Lillard over Jason Tatum. Like I feel like they're gonna get it done. And Giannis, you can see,
I know regular season hasn't shown anything, but I would be really scared as a Bucks or Celtics fan about Miami
about
because
Miami.
Jimmy
I mean,
Butler's been rolled. They hide, and then once the playoffs come, Jimmy starts end of regular season starts cooking up. They have really good role players every year. Bam is like probably super switchable, phenomenal guard. We'll see
yeah,
what Terry Rozier
he could
does.
guard 1 through 5.
Yeah, 1 through 5. I don't know. Terry Rozier, he's kind of just a bonus. We'll see what he gives them. Tyler Hero wasn't even healthy last year. We'll see what he gives them.
He hasn't
But
really been out. When is he supposed to be back? He's been out.
yeah, he's been
Been sidelined.
pretty good. But even without Tyler Hero, like Jimmy Butler in the playoffs, there's not many people like if I'm another team, I would be scared of Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
And Duncan Robinson's been playing well, and they just have good like defenders that know their role. Jaime Jaquez, like I'm still trusting Miami.
Yeah, no, definitely. What seed are they right now?
I think they were like 8 or 9 at one point, but I
Oh, they're
think they
6 right now.
6. Yeah, if they're top 6, like man, like right now they'd be playing Cleveland. I wouldn't want to see that if I'm Cleveland. I think they'll move up to 5 or 4 just because I really love the New York, but they just got so many injuries.
And
Like
so many injuries. Wait, but you think
I'll be scared of New York too if they
is
get fully
everyone
healthy.
returning come playoff time for New
Yeah, yeah,
York?
yeah, everyone should be returning, but it kind of I
Well,
think
aren't
they
they?
have
Yeah, they're
to
supposed
go.
to be returning the next couple weeks, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Randall and all that.
If they can keep afloat, if they can be a 4 seed, then New York's still scary. But I think Miami's really Boston's the team to beat, of course, but I'm taking
Yeah,
Miami
no,
as
I think they're gonna get beat though.
yeah, I think so.
Just me.
Boston's so good this year, though. It's hard to say. And we'll see if Embiid comes
I know,
back
but
too.
I'm just saying, come playoff time, those critical situations,
Yeah, no, I
uh,
totally agree with you.
I don't trust them. But
But I mean, is there anything else, Brandon? We can play this little game I had, but is there anything
yeah,
else?
let's just end it off with the game.
All
So
right, it's the same thing as last time. The baseball, you have 3 strikes, but this time we'll
let
do.
actually let's do the 3 strikes. I
All right,
mean,
we'll do three
it's
strikes.
gonna be
We'll,
so
we'll
tough.
just do a couple. We'll do a couple. We don't. It won't be long, but
Okay.
we'll actually do 3 strikes. See how many you get, because this one's team, so it's not as hard as players.
Okay. We'll see.
Um, which one sounds fun? Do you want to do like
But
offensive rating, defensive rating?
we're gonna do
We
like
can do
the
pace. Is pace fun?
pace. Yeah, let's do pace first. Let's do
All right,
pace.
pace. I'm not. It's teams. I'm not going to give you any hints.
Okay.
Uh, no, no. At 2 strikes, I'll give you some hints. Not on like specific teams, but
What's my goal? Because like I'm definitely not getting all 10 before I
you should get 5. You should easily get
try
5.
to get 5 before I get 3.
Yeah,
Okay. So there's 10, right? There's 10.
yeah, 10.
Okay. For pace,
Yeah, fast.
is
Only
there okay, okay.
the fastest teams. What are the fastest teams?
The Pacers.
Number 2, yes.
Number 2, okay. That's 1. Okay.
Yeah,
The Pacers. Um, I want to throw a team in there. I'm gonna look at some teams. Hold up.
yeah, you're good.
I don't want to waste like a strike though. OKC. OKC got to be up there.
Okay, so he's number 8. Yes.
8. Okay, they're 8. Okay, so that's 2 though.
Mm-hmm.
Um, oh, just can you give me one hint?
Yeah,
There's definitely some like bad teams on here,
bad
right?
teams.
Like
Yeah,
bad teams.
bad. Yes, yes.
Um,
Because they're young, they play fast, yeah.
So I feel like Houston plays fast or not? Are they on there or no?
That's a strike.
That's a strike. Okay, I'm not.
Think of bad teams though. But that's
Oh,
not my
like, see, I don't know if I want to throw another Washington.
they're number one in pace.
They're number one. Okay, so how many that I got three.
Yeah, 1, 2, and 8.
I'm gonna try to get two more before I get two strikes. Okay. Um, I want to say a team, but
Just go for it.
this is not the team, but Cleveland.
Cleveland's not on there now.
Cleveland's not on there.
All right, that's not a strike. You said no.
Oh, that's not a strike.
Or no, yeah, no, that's a strike. That's two strikes.
Okay, that's not the team I was gonna say.
What team
But
are you gonna say?
I was gonna. This won't count as a strike. Okay,
All right,
the Hawks.
the Hawks are number 4. Yeah,
The Hawks are number four. Just because
yeah,
I don't know how often because Trae Young's been out for a couple weeks now.
yeah.
Or
No, I don't. And
I
yeah,
want
no,
to throw him up there, but we'll
these
count.
teams are kind of surprising. Like,
That's
there's some
four.
bad team. I don't know if there's direct correlation, but
That's four.
yeah, that's 4.
I'm gonna throw two teams. I'm gonna just say
Yeah,
two teams and then just go over the rest. Orlando and Toronto.
no for either.
No for either.
It's
Okay.
kind of random. Number 1 is Washington. Number 2 is Indiana. Number 3 is San Antonio. So it's a lot of bad teams. 4 is Atlanta,
Mhm.
which is they're a bad team now. I thought they were gonna be good, but they're a bad team now. Milwaukee's 5. That was pretty surprising to me, just because they're kind of
Milwaukee.
old.
Yeah.
At least Dame. I guess Giannis plays
I guess
somewhat fast.
Giannis. Yeah.
The Lakers are number 6. I
Okay. I
didn't.
would not have guessed that.
Yeah, Utah number 7. That makes sense. They're young. Their point guards are young. Everyone's really young. OKC 8. I thought they would be even higher. Dallas is 9. That one surprised me the most, just because Luka plays kind of slow. But I guess so. And then Detroit is number 10. Another bad.
Detroit. I was gonna either go with Detroit or Washington when I did that. But
I'm trying to see like there's these things. I'm trying to see the ones that are the least
they're
random.
like corner 3-point percentage for teams.
Oh, I have. Do you want to do assist? What team assist percentage?
Assist percentage.
I like this one because I feel like it shows coaching a lot. Or we can
Assist
do. Do
percentage. So what
you
does
want
that
to do that
take?
one?
What does that mean?
Assist percentage is how many field goals are assisted on?
Okay.
Like what percent
Okay.
of
Okay.
field goals are
Okay.
assisted?
Okay. Um.
Think about, or I'll just yeah. Think about coaching. It's a lot
Yeah.
of.
I'm gonna say the
I mean,
Warriors.
I guess player.
Warriors.
Weapon. The
Warriors.
Warriors are number 3, 66.7.
Number three. Okay. Um. The
But this
Warriors.
one, out of all these, this one makes the most sense to me. That's why I chose it. Assist percentage.
Assist percentage. I'm trying to. Well, I mean, you saying coaches kind of threw me.
Like teams that play well. I mean,
Well, because then I'm gonna say the Celtics, but are the Celtics on there? This doesn't count as strike.
nah, Celtics aren't in there.
Okay, that does not count. Okay,
The first one's a little bit surprising, but
the first one's surprising.
it's a lot of coaching and
W-
team. Yeah, coaching. A lot of coaching, I would say.
A lot of coaching.
Think about coaches.
Well, when you
Yeah,
say
that
that,
fucks up. No, just think about it.
when I think about coaches, I think about Ty Lue. So I'm thinking about the Clippers.
Clippers aren't there.
Clippers are not there. Okay. Um.
Or just think about assist percentage. I'm not gonna get in your head.
Yeah. Oh, the Nuggets. The Nuggets got to be on there.
Denver is number 5, yes.
Denver's number five. Okay. It's the
Yeah.
Warriors, Denver, OKC.
OKC is not. That one's surprising.
OKC's not. I would.
Mm-mm.
He's on there. Oh, that makes fun. I was gonna say the Pacers, but I'll just say. I mean, if I get a
Yeah,
strike,
the Pacers are number 6.
Pacers are number six.
Yeah.
There's some bad. There has to be some bad teams, right?
Yeah, there is.
Some really bad teams.
Number 1's a bad team.
Number one's a bad team.
Yeah, but good coach.
What, the Spurs?
Yeah, Spurs are number 1.
Spurs? How many is that I got right?
You got Spurs, Warriors,
Nuggets and
Nugget, Pacers.
the Pacers. How many
That's
strikes?
4. You have, let's say 1 strike.
One strike. Ooh, who do I? Mm, let me. I'll say. I'm gonna say the Kings.
Yep, number 10.
Okay. Okay.
That was a good pull.
Okay.
5.
Oh, you want me to keep going? I got five. Just read the rest.
Just keep going and just
Oh,
rapid fire. Just rapid fire.
well, I mean, eventually I'm gonna get all of them then. So
Or
just
like keep you have 2 more guesses. Just think about you don't have to think about it too much.
Okay,
Just go till you get 3 strikes. And just you don't have
okay,
to think crazy about it.
okay. I want to say Philly, but Embiid's been hurt. But Philly.
No, I know Philly. All right, just
Okay,
one more guess.
one more guess. Did I
Yeah.
say I said Boston already, right?
Yeah, you said Boston.
Milwaukee. I'll just.
No Milwaukee.
Oh, okay.
So it was San Antonio first, Toronto second. The Toronto's coach is really good. He's like from Europe and like I see how they play. Like he's a law motion offense. Golden State, of course, Steve Kerr,
Yeah.
and just Draymond and stuff. Utah, I
Mm.
didn't really know that, but they have a good coach too. Denver, they have a good coach. Indiana, they have Tyrese. Cleveland, that's kind of, I mean, I guess that's not surprising. The Lakers, LeBron heavy, and then
Oh yeah, I
Miami's
totally
nine
forgot about them.
and Sacramento 10.
Okay. We,
Uh,
we can do one more. We can do
we'll
one
do
more.
one more.
One more.
I have off the best off. You want to do the best offense or defense, offensive or rating or defensive rating,
Oh, best offensive rate.
or there's the best rebounding teams, turnover percentage.
I think we did turnover percentage already, right?
Yeah, we did. I think we did for players. I'm trying to find some like crazier stats, but oh, I found something. Clutch defensive. Okay, we'll do hmm box out percentage. Is that crazy? No,
Box
that's
out.
whack.
Let's save that one. Let's save
Yeah,
that.
that's super whack.
All right, just pick one. Cause just pick one. Just pick one.
Yeah, we'll just do we'll just do quick. What are the best defensive teams in the NBA?
Okay.
We only have like
Is
6
it
minutes.
defensive
Like
rating or just
yeah, defense rating. Just best defensive teams.
okay? The Celtics.
Yeah, number two.
Okay. Uh, the Bucks.
The Bucks are not on not top 10, no.
They're not top 10.
Nah, the Bucks aren't good on defense.
I guess, but maybe it's because I was watching some games. It was like in their last three games, they held everyone under
Yeah, they
100.
had. They start off the season bad. That's why
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
Trent Griffin got
Yeah.
fired.
Who else has a high defensive rating? The Timberwolves. Timberwolves
Yeah,
gotta be
number one, number one.
number one. Cleveland gotta be on there.
Number three. You literally got the top three.
I got the
Cleveland.
top three. Let
Yeah,
me keep
Cleveland, Boston, Minnesota.
Miami. They started off
Yep, Miami, number
Miami still
eight.
on there.
No,
Miami.
you're rolling. Just keep going.
Philly.
Nope, no Philly.
I want to say, I want to say the Clippers.
No, no Clippers.
Oh,
You're strike.
that was three, right?
Oh, that was three?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
three.
So it was Minnesota, Boston, Cleveland, Orlando four. They've been defending.
Uh,
Oklahoma five. Oklahoma is top five in offense and defense. So that's
Oklahoma.
why I think, yeah, I think that's why New Orleans has been defending six. Ime Udoka has Houston defending seven.
Oh, I
Miami,
totally forgot about Ime. Yeah.
Denver's nine. I didn't know they're this high. And then this is a crazy one, but I guess Memphis is 10.
Memphis.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but I mean they have to
I
defend
mean, I
them.
guess I feel like a lot of their games have been low scoring.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's probably more. But
But I think it was a good podcast. Anything else?
no, I mean, I think that's it for today. Really good episode. As always, make sure to like and subscribe. Let us know your suggestions down below. Anything you agreed with, disagreed with, or any other topics you want to see us discuss. 'Cause, there's always a lot to talk about.
All right.
But
You guys,
oh yeah, and then Friday, first guest
oh,
appearance. So,
first
yeah,
guest appearance
first
Friday.
guest
Yeah.
appearance Friday. So stay tuned for that. But for now, peace. I'll see you.
Peace. All right. See you.